thinking that we have to be good little girls because that's what we were. Es lo que nos enseñaron, que tenemos que ser niñas buenas, siéntate bien, derechita, las mujeres, las niñas bonitas no lloran, las niñas bonitas no gritan, las niñas buenas no se enojan, all of these things that we learned that weren't necessarily true. I think those things are literally killing us. They are making us shrink ourselves. They're making us feel like almost everything is wrong with us. Our anger, our rage, our desires. You know, I've met women who have never had an orgasm in their life. And it's like, how fucking sad.
Listening to this podcast may make you completely
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to the Itzel Show. Bienvenidas a el primer episodio oficial de The Itzel Show. El video pasado era una introducción. Hoy es verdaderamente el primer episodio. ¿Cómo están las vibras? How are the vibes? Honestly, I wanted to paint the wall pink, which I will, but maybe like in the next couple of days, maybe for next week. But for now, this is like I am so excited. I was like, you know, putting things together and like seeing how everything was like unfolding, and I was like, this looks beautiful. This looks amazing. However, I have my setup, right? You're right there, my camera, and then down here I can see myself. So this is gonna be tricky because I'm probably gonna want to be looking down at myself, because I can look at myself, but maybe I should not. I don't know. I still gotta see because I have to see if I'm still like recording. But welcome officially to my first podcast episode ever. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. It's been a shitty week. It's been a very shitty week because I feel like shit. Because I'm on my luteal phase. I'm about to get my period. I thought I was gonna get it on Monday, but I didn't get it. You know, if you know, you know. You know those kind of things that happen. You know, those kind of days where it's like you bleed and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm on my period, and then it's like, nope, not yet. But you know, I am on my luteal phase. I am going to get my period. And I honestly do feel like shit. And so I noticed, obviously, how I don't have no tengo las mismas fuerzas que tengo en mi día a diario. Me siento cansada, me siento agotada, me siento irritada. All the things that come with a luteal phase. And like, all women are going to understand me. Okay? If you're a woman, you go through the cycles. You go through all the phases. And even when you pretend to be okay, you know that you are not okay. And so I went to the gym on Monday, and I told my sister, like, oh, I just got my period, thinking that I had gotten my period. And I was like, I'm not going to lift as much weight. And I know she was playing around, but she's like, oh my God, qué exagerada eres. Blah, blah. And I was like, no, bitch, like that happens. Like when you are on, and I feel like this doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, I do see a lot of experts. I'm not an expert on that, but I do see a lot of experts talking about, you know, the different phases that we go through. But culturally, you know, I feel like we were probably, por la cultura, a lo mejor nos enseñaron como que no podemos hablar de esas cosas, no podemos hablar de la menstruación, no podemos hablar de los síntomas, de las cosas, no puede ser exagerada, no puede ser dramática. Si dices, no voy a salir a un lugar porque me bajó, te están criticando. If you say like, I feel weak, people call you fucking exagerada, that you're, you know, that's the word that comes up because I've heard it so much from my family, which I love. But honestly, like our biologically, we're going through so many changes. Biologically, we're losing blood, bitches. Like, how do you expect to feel the same? No hay manera en el mundo que tú te vas a sentir igual en tu fase luteal o tu fase de menstruación, cuando estás perdiendo sangre, cuando estás pasando por cosas hormonales, no te vas a sentir igual que en tu fase, what's the other one? What's the good one? The ovulation, cuando estamos ovulando, you feel on top of the fucking world. You feel sexy, you feel good. But when we're on our fallopian, when our luteal phase, our menstruation phase, we feel like shit. Our skin gets dry. Like right now, I did my makeup and I was like, I fucking hate it. I don't even know why I spent so much time doing my makeup. And honestly, I feel like shit. I mean, honestly, like the makeup sitting on my dry ass skin makes it look fucking worse. But then I'm looking at myself in the camera and I'm like, okay, never mind. I like it. I like me. Pero mi punto es que a veces tenemos que tener como que más autocompasión cuando como mujeres, voy a hablar solamente de las mujeres. Los hombres van a decir, ay, nosotros también me vale madres. Yo estoy hablándole a las mujeres, ¿ok? Como mujeres pasamos por muchos cambios hormonales. No solamente que la perimenopausia, que la menopausia y todo eso. No nada más eso. Mes tras mes, semana tras semana, pasamos por cambios hormonales. And you expect to feel the same every single day? It's not. Nope. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to understand that, it's not like, we need to stop shaming ourselves, our bodies, for the things that we go through on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. Be like, take care of yourself. I've been waking up every day and doing like my morning routine where I do movement and I dance and all that stuff. And this week I haven't done it. It's probably when I should do it more. But I'm not going to shame myself. I'm not going to feel guilty and be like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't going to fucking keep up with it. Ya sabía que iba a volver a fallar. Ya sabía que no iba a mantener mis rutinas. The world out there is already, hard enough. There's so many expectations of you, which we shouldn't fucking care about. Like, why are we doing it to ourselves as well? Right? Porque no lo hacemos a nosotras mismas. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to shame myself for not having the energy to wake up and do the things, right? I'm going to love myself and I'm going to decide to do the bare fucking minimum for this week. I'm going to do the bare minimum. And that should be okay too. Honestly, that should be okay. I think that people are always expecting you to be extra, to do extra, to be more productive. Even when as women, again, we go through so many changes. But everybody's still expecting you to do your makeup, to do your hair, to do this, to do that. And I'm all about, doing whatever the fuck you want. If you want to do your makeup, you want to do your hair. But also, if you don't want to do it, why should you? Why should you do it? One thing that triggers me a lot, it fucking makes me so fucking mad, is when, for example, if I go through a period of where I'm not feeling good, right? I go through a lot of depressing stages in my life, right? But when I'm going through through a tough situation, like a depressing state, and I'm not doing my hair, I'm not doing my makeup, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even, you probably are not even seeing me around. And then I come out of it, and then I have the energy to, or even if I'm not out of it, but if I have the energy to do my makeup, to do my hair, to maybe put on a cute outfit, I fucking hate it when people look at me and say a comment like, ándale, así te miras muy bien. It's like, if you could only understand what I just went through, you wouldn't be. I mean, I get it. I get the compliments, right? And I don't mind someone being like, oh, your hair looks so pretty today. Or I don't mind someone telling me, I love the way you did your makeup today. I think that's valid. But when they tell you, like, ándale, así si te miras bien. And it's like, I'm fucking dying on the inside. I am fucking dying on the inside. I am drowning. I feel destroyed. I have no energy. Siento que me estoy arrastrando. Me siento como un zombie por dentro. And you want to tell me that I look better with makeup. And again, I get the intention behind it. And I actually had a conversation with my sister once about that, because it just, a lot of people do it. And like, they don't really know, like, how instead of like encouraging someone, because I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like the intention behind it is like, oh, I want to see more of that of you, from you, or you should be doing more of that. But again, like, that's the expectation of that, someone else's expectation. I want you to care more about how I'm feeling. I want you to care more about my emotions, my mental health, rather than you caring more about how I look. And I feel like that is one of the ways that you can tell when someone is going through something emotionally, or mentally, and it's not about makeup or no makeup, but it, like, you can simply tell when someone puts a little more effort into how they're presenting themselves. Even when you don't wear makeup, there are times where I don't wear makeup, there are times where I don't do my hair, but I still look okay, because I'm like at least trying a little bit. I'll that is like an indication of me feeling. And again, this is not everyone, because I know some people will, no matter how they're feeling, they'll do a full face of makeup, they'll do their hair, they'll be on the most beautiful outfits, but from the inside they're hurting, right? And so it's so important. I don't know why I went this route, but it's so important to understand that mental health looks very different for everyone. And it's also very important for us as women to take care of ourselves, through all of these different changes, and to essentially, like, not give a fuck about other people's expectations or society expectations, beauty standards, all that shit. Again, I've said it before, and I keep on saying it, it's all just constructed. Todo es algo construido por la humanidad, por personas, por la cultura, por la religión. And it's like, who says that's the thing that has to like that's the way that it has to be. ¿Quién dice que esa es la manera que tienen que ser las cosas? Who the fuck says that? The only one living your reality is yourself. You're the only one living your reality. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget that our life is our own. That the only person who should be content with the way that they're living their lives is yourselves. As long as you're not hurting other people intentionally, right? But I know that the people who follow me are people who are beautiful people, who have beautiful values, beautiful morals, who are caring and loving. And so I'm going to tell you, like, a lot of you, and I used to be like that, we cared so much about beauty standards and what other people expect from us. And we forget that we are the ones that are living our own reality. Because everybody's reality is different. Everybody's reality is different. And yours doesn't have to be like someone else's reality. Your worldview doesn't have to be the same as others. Now, I 100% that if you don't agree with other people's worldviews, you don't have to like connect with them. It's like, okay, like I don't vibe with that, but I don't have to change who I am in order for me to connect with you. It's like we're allowed to not have a connection. And it's so funny because I actually started talking to someone, this guy, and honestly, like I started seeing certain things that I didn't like about him, like the way that he sees some stuff, right? The way his worldview, basically, on certain areas. And part of me wanted to be like, no, you should change this and you should change that and this isn't it and this isn't that. Trying to just like try to find a way to connect with him by changing him. And then I realized it's like, oh my God, I always do this. I either try to change the person or I try to change myself in order to find connection. And the truth is that that we don't have to do that. We have to give ourselves permission to not connect with anyone. No tenemos que conectar con todo el mundo. We don't have to be liked by everyone. We're allowed to, go separate ways. Even in friendships, even, you're allowed to go different directions if you are not aligning in the same, if you're not finding alignment in the same worldviews and all of that. Anyway, back to, because I'm kind of getting out of topic, but back to, and I feel like this is what I want to stick to, right? As women, we go through a lot of shit, mental health, hormones. And again, all the bullshit with society standards, it like believes that we carry from our childhood. We need to break free from all of that. Honestly, thinking that we have to be good little girls because that's what we were. Es lo que nos enseñaron, que tenemos que ser niñas buenas, siéntate bien, derechita. Las mujeres, las niñas bonitas no lloran, las niñas bonitas no gritan, las niñas buenas no se enojan. All of these things, right? Things that we learned that weren't necessarily true. I think those things are literally killing us. They are making us shrink ourselves. They're making us feel like almost everything is wrong with us. Our anger, our rage, our desires. I've met women who have never had an orgasm in their life. And it's like, how fucking sad. I think if there's anything sad in the world for a woman is to never experience that kind of satisfaction. And that's me, obviously, because I am so, I love pleasure. Um, but I've met women who are like, they just don't experience pleasure in their lives because nadie les enseñó que estaba bien sentir. Nadie les enseñó que tenían dominio propio sobre su cuerpo. Y si quieren sentir placer, pueden tener placer. Eso se me hace algo muy triste, que mujeres ya adultas no sientan placer, no tengan orgasmos, no sepan cómo, no conozcan su cuerpo. All of that shit. And again, it's this like good little girl mentality. And obviously it can come from many different areas, right? Like religion, culture, friendships, our environment, wherever we grew up in. But honestly, like, we have to break free from all the things that are holding us back from living life as it's supposed to be lived. I don't know if I said that right. Pero no vivimos la vida como la deberíamos de vivir. We're supposed to be experiencing everything. Joy, pleasure, satisfaction, happiness. And sometimes, we don't, a lot of women don't do it. Some women go through life being like, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what brings me joy. I don't know what pleasure feels like or satisfaction. And that's very sad. And I know that it comes from all the things that we're carrying from our childhood. And that's why it's so important to just break free from all the chains, break free from the rules, society, like rules from society, beauty standards, all these things, right? I feel like even rage, anger, like, we're supposed to experience all of that. We're supposed to be in touch with our emotions in order for us to be able to fully experience joy and happiness and all the good stuff. We need to be able to experience the not so what's the word? Las emociones que no son tan bonitas. El enojo, la tristeza, la desesperación, el coraje. I've had conversations with women who are like, I try not to get mad because when I get mad, I go crazy. And it's like, no, bitch. No. Be fucking gasoline. Light that shit on fire. Like, why should you hold yourself back? If you want to say something, speak your fucking mind. Who's holding you back? What's holding you back? You care too much about what people are going to think? You care too much about what people need to say about you? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? Here's the worst that can happen. Lo peor que puede pasar, si alguien te juzga, si alguien habla mal de ti, si alguien te echa, lo peor que puede pasar es simplemente que cree una emoción en ti. It's going to create some kind of feeling within you. It's normal. It's normal. We're fucking human beings. The worst that can happen is that people talk shit. Okay, what is that going to create in my life? what's the, cuál es el, qué es lo que va a pasar en mi vida cuando alguien habla mal de mí? Nothing. I'm just gonna feel, I mean, maybe a little sad. Maybe I'm gonna feel, I mean, yeah, we can feel a little embarrassed at the beginning, because there comes to a point where you're gonna stop giving a fuck. You're gonna stop caring, because when you start speaking your mind, speaking freely, when you start really truly just like being free, it starts feeling so fucking good that when people start talking shit, it's like, I honestly like don't give a fuck, because I feel so good. Like, I feel so good right now. And what people say, it doesn't affect you. It won't affect you. But you just have to kind of get over like that, those first bumpy moments when they do. Right? Um, Here's the thing. People, I say this all the time, people judge you no matter what. La gente ya te está criticando, la gente ya te está echando, la gente ya, lo que estés haciendo ahorita en este preciso momento, no importa lo que sea, hay gente que va a hablar bien de ti y hay gente que va a hablar mal de ti. I don't know anyone in this world who doesn't have this duality in their lives, where they have people who talk wonders about them, and then they have people who talk pure shit about them. And that's just the way that it is. And so my question to you is, would you rather have people talking shit about you while you're trying your best and being so like careful about your words and being so careful about the way that you show up and the way that you present yourself? Or would you rather have people talk shit when you are experiencing freedom, when you are experiencing joy, when you're speaking your mind, when you're expressing yourself in an unhinged, unapologetic way? I pick number two. Honestly, I pick number two. I'd rather have people laughing at me. I'd rather have people judging me while I'm over here just like living my best life. While I'm over here just like being so fucking savage, connecting with my savage, taking up space, feeling good, and not having a care in the world about what they're saying. And the thing is that the choice is yours. The choice is yours. It's up to you. Nobody else can decide this for you. Only you can. And again, yes, at first it's gonna feel weird. At first, there's gonna be times where it's like, like, oh my God, people. And honestly, like, here's the thing. Sometimes people aren't even looking at us that closely. Honestly, sometimes people are not even looking at us that closely. A veces sentimos como que sí, a veces sentimos como que todo el mundo nos juzga, o como que todo el mundo está criticándonos, como que todo el mundo nos está viendo. That could be a reflection of what you're doing. Puede ser que sea un reflejo y que te estés proyectando. Si tú eres una persona que estás mirando a todo el mundo y las estás criticando y estás juzgando, tal vez esa puede ser una razón por la que tú sientas que todo el mundo te está juzgando y criticando. Puede ser. But if you're not, if you don't criticize people, if you don't judge people, and you think people are gonna criticize me, people are gonna judge me. Honestly, like people are not looking people are not looking at you that closely. Honestly. People are not that like they have their own lives. People are like trying and again, obviously, you know, we're always gonna have somebody, you know, who will come across our content or your life or your lifestyle or the way that you live and be like, ugh. And all you got to do is like, and that's it, and move the fuck on. Like, who gives a shit, right? But it takes practice. It takes you actually doing it. It takes you to just activate that. I call it rebelness, but it's not just like being a rebel just to be a fucking rebel or just to like be bad. It like honestly, it's like just be a rebel just so that you live your best life and go against the rules just so that you make your own rules and live by your own rules. But like you have to activate it. You have to activate it. You know, I started like showing up and dancing, and at first I was like, oh my god, people are gonna think I'm cringe. People are gonna think I'm annoying if I do like a daily dance. Well, too bad. You're allowed to be annoying. Allow yourself to be fucking annoying. You know why? Because the people who actually are going to love your content, you're not going to be annoying for them. And even if you're not a person who creates content, you know, just like in your life, you know, the people who love you want you to be living your best life. And the people who don't, you're going to annoy the fuck out of them. But if you're not annoying anyone, you're probably not doing anything with your life. That's one thing that I've decided to kind of live by. Obviously my life philosophies are becoming my own favorite fucking person, and I can fuck me better. And then also like something that I decided to live by is that like fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, if I'm not annoying someone if I'm not annoying people, then what the fuck am I doing with my life? If I'm not annoying someone, I'm doing something wrong. If I'm not annoying someone, am I even having fun? Am I even living? If I'm not annoying someone, I'm not doing enough. So give yourself permission to be cringe, to be annoying, to not give a fuck. And someone told me recently, because I've been saying fuck a lot in my content, and they're like, why do you have to, why, like you're becoming very like, what they say, te estás volviendo como muy grosera. And I was like, that's how I talk. I used to not say those words on my social media because I was like, oh my god, I have so many Christian people in my you know, family, friends on my social media, and I was like, I don't want to offend them, but like that's how I talk on a normal basis. I say bad words, you know, and so I don't want to come off as someone that I'm not in here. This is why it's called the Itzel Show, because it's just me, unhinged, savage. Voy a ser como soy, voy a hablar como hablo, and people will either absolutely fucking adore me or absolutely fucking hate me and want to maybe like, want to, no sé, van a querer venir a exorcizarme o algo. But that's what I have to say for today. Live your own fucking life. Become your own favorite fucking person. Break the fucking rules. Be compassionate with yourself and enjoy life. Be happy. You can create your own magic. How many more things I can say that sound very cliche? Okay. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching the Itzel show, the first official episode. Um, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. You can be my friend on Facebook, and you can follow me on TikTok as well. I love you so much, and I will see you on my next episode of the Itzel show. Mwah! Bye. Bye.
Every conversation, every person